rule.
I won't be afraid to stand up for our people, and my friends won't be afraid.
We want people across our country to work together to help stop the violence being perpetrated on Negroes in the South.
Art and I and other students have been holding sit-ins to desegregate Dungeon Mountains nationally. We've been taking nonviolent direct action training from Reverend James Lawson. We want to help desegregate these buses too. I feel driven to do
We are
more.
organizing a new freedom ride. Our first one was in 1947, right after Irene Morgan's Supreme Court ruling desegregating interstate travel. Now, we believe it's time to do another. Purchase tickets on 2 commercial buses for the Freedom Ride. At each stop along the route, we will check to see if the bus companies are adhering to the law. Freedom Riders will be assigned to a bus stop to test whether the bathrooms, waiting rooms, lunch counters are integrated. As we travel, the white riders will sit in back of the bus and use all facilities marked for colored only. At all other bus stops, Negro riders will ride in the front of the bus, use the restaurant's bathroom, water fountain marked for white only. They will fight against integration. I have real concerns about the safety of the Freedom Riders.
The 13 Freedom Riders were singing what would become their anthem, "We Shall Overcome," as they boarded the buses. Farmer had placed them into 2 groups, one riding Greyhound, the other riding Trailways. These courageous Americans were fully trained and prepared in Corps' program of direct action nonviolent protest. Starting in Washington, D.C., they would travel south through Virginia into the Carolinas and Georgia, then head west across Georgia, Alabama, and Mississippi, finishing up in New Orleans.
The south we go, the harder and more dangerous our trip will become.
In Greensboro, just 45 miles south of Danville, the segregation signs became the rule, not the exception.
In the warnings from Dr. King, the Freedom Riders' confidence was shaken, yet they are still determined to finish the journey from Washington, D.C. to New Orleans. The police had proven themselves to be on the side of the segregationists. They arrested Freedom Riders who were practicing nonviolent tactics, not the white people who committed the violence. The riders want to prove the federal government is not enforcing federal laws desegregating interstate travel.